Hello guys, good evening, good morning, good afternoon, depending where you're joining me from. This is a very quick one because I literally have less than 15 minutes before I have to log back into the virtual conference room to welcome my next speaker on day five of the Leap and Shine Conference 2016. And you know, the Leap and Shine Conference 2016 is a free 7-day online conference that brings together amazing speakers from around the world to help you recalibrate your life, to help you prepare to take a leap into your shine in 2017. So guys, I usually jump on to Facebook Live after I've spoken with my speakers to come and be accountable to you and to summarize for you what the discussions that we had. And I am going to be doing just that. So my last speaker is Rosanne Reid. She joined us from Jamaica and she was amazing. She was simply amazing. And I'm just going to quickly summarize what she said to you, a little bit about what she said. Now, Rosanne Reid, you should know, is a best-selling international author of the book From Pain to Purpose, The Exodus, The Importance of Pain in Discovering Your Purpose. She's a speaker, she's a lifestyle coach and a business consultant, and she's overcome extreme life experiences, such as a near-death experience at the age of 12, suffering from societal rejection during childhood, depression, and a mild nervous breakdown at age 17. Also separation from her biological family at age 23, and lots of other traumatic stuff. But this woman of God has, risen above all that to a place where she is now running her own successful business. She's inspiring millions and millions of people, both in Jamaica and internationally. So she was there to share with us on the steps, how to transition from JOB to CEO. JOB to CEO. And now here's just a snippet about what she shared with us. She said basically that your story is her life, her passion is to help people to move from pain to purpose. Now, she herself rose from domestic abuse, and she was able to overcome the trauma of her childhood and all the near misses, the near-death experiences and all of that. And she was able to get to a place where she went as far as even learning to play the piano. And she says that she has a classical qualification in piano. She's also into drama. She does lots of things, really. She's also into drama. She was for corporate Jamaica, working as an international business manager, and apparently the skills that she had, she's been able to transfer those skills from that into as well. She talks about domestic abuse, about being hit by her father, and she says that drove her to want better. And she always has dreamt. She's a big dreamer. She's big on dreaming, and she's always dreamt herself, but those are for millions of people around the world. And she says that hence her business name she's known as the Dream Inspirationalist, because she believes in dreams a lot. As I said, she spent 14 years in the corporate world. She was sitting at her office one day. Now, this is her eureka moment, that moment that she knew she had to shift, because that's the question I'm asking all of my speakers. When was it you knew you had to take a shift in a certain area of your life, whether that's your business or whether that's your personal life? She said she was sitting in her office one day and she'd just been promoted to a managerial position. So she was really earning the most amount of money that she had ever earned. And she couldn't really say she had financial difficulties at that time. So life was good. But then she realized she was not happy. And that for her was that Kairos moment when she knew that she had to change trajectory, she had to shift, that she had to go somewhere purposeful. It's always about finding purpose, because if you're not working in purpose, it doesn't matter who you are, it doesn't matter how much you have at your disposal in terms of materiality or whatever, you're always going to be dissatisfied. There's always going to be something, that thing that's missing. And for a lot of us, we're not able to put our finger on it, but she was able to sit down and take stock. And she's a Christian, she's big about prayer and all of that. that, and she was able to internalize it. She went back in and she consulted with God, and God told her, this is because you're not walking in your purpose. This is not what you ought to be doing. You are hiding your story, and you need to be sharing your story with people, with the world, and that in that lies your purpose. So then the biggest point for her was to be able to deal with the fact that she had to go public with her story. And her story is really dark in some parts of it, because she suffered abuse, not just domestic abuse, but she suffered abuse at the hands of an occultic church. So to leave that occultic church and to begin to talk about the things that went on in that church while she was there, the things that she suffered and the abuse that she suffered at the hands of that occultic church, obviously was something daunting. And she said to me that when she decided to go public, she found that, you know, the church was stalking her, and she had issues, and you would just try and picture what could have happened, or what would have happened for someone that young to have been in that space and then decided she wanted out. And the moment that she left, obviously the church came after her, and there was a lot of, you know, drama. But all that is, you'll find in her book, Pain to Purpose. So I would urge you to look on Amazon and get a copy. Now, she says that in 2015, just 2015, ladies, guys, she was working full time, and she was working what you would call her dream job. But then she realized, as I said, that it was not her purpose. She knew she wanted more. She knew that she had the drive within her. She always wanted to be a motivational speaker, and she knew how to dream, and that she wanted to speak and motivate people. And she wanted to also be a international best-selling author. Now, you know that the international best-selling author thing, she's already done it. She's today speaking motivationally and inspiring people. She's helping people set up their businesses, especially moms, especially wives and mothers. Because I asked her, I mean, I have a full plate as it is. I feel like I have 3 jobs, building my business on the side and having a full day job that's so demanding, and also having a young family to cater for. Now, she's been there, done this, done that. She has basically been talking to us this evening about the steps that she has taken to go from JOB to a CEO lifestyle. She's not talking out of a textbook. She's sharing with us the things that she has done, and there were a lot of nuggets. I'm probably not going to be able to finish them in this video, but of course you know that we will be distilling all of this. First, you know that you can get the audio, right? The full complete audio pack will be available from Saturday the 26th. Saturday the 26th is when we finish the conference, 7 days. We're on day 5 now, and you can get the full audio. Actually, I can give you the link right now. It's leapandshineconference.com/shop. That's leapandshineconference.com/shop. If you go there, you will get not just Rosanne's recording, but the recording of all the speakers that have spoken so far today. Now, she shared a lot with us, and transitioning. She talked about the transition blueprint epitomized, and she likes to emphasize the word epitomized because she says this is exactly what she did. It's a real life step by step how she came out of her 9-to-5 and became the owner of her own business. She says, one, you have to plan. You have to have a strategic lifestyle and business plan. This is where you look into what your life costs you. So it's not just surface level, but every single expense and expenditure, you're taking note of that. You pull everything into where you can eyeball it and see what it is that it will take for you to survive for 1 month, 2 months, and perhaps up to 6 months. She recommends having at least 6 months of disposable income so that you're able to take care of your needs before you decide to do the jump. Someone else may disagree, and as I always say, assuming you pretend that maybe the 9-to-5 is a sort of prison, it's a containment. Every prison layout is different, and everyone's story is different. So let's keep that in mind. Thank you very much for Richard for sharing the link there. So the second thing is you need to budget. You need to sit down and consider what you want to achieve and the time frame in which you want to achieve it. And then, of course, assign not just the cost but a time frame to all that. She says it's amazing the number of people who never even bother to plan. And I said to her, why is it that if I know that I'm a speaker, if I know I'm a writer, if I know I want to go down the route of working for myself or doing my own thing with this talent or gift that I have, why is it not okay for me to just leave my 9-to-5 and know that yes, I've got the talent, I've got the gifts, I can do it, I can I can survive. And she says she wouldn't advise anyone to wing it, because your 9 to 5 takes care of certain expenses. Now, business takes more time than a job. That's the thing that some people don't realize, and then it's a rude awakening. Running your own business takes more time than a job, because now you're responsible for everything. You're the foreman, you're the tea maker, you're the CEO, you're the chief dreamer, you're the chief strategist, you're everything. And whereas before you were doing just one thing when you were working for your employer, so it would take more out of you. And she says that if you have to worry about finances and emotional upheavals that come with not having money to pay your rent, your mortgage, and all of that, you won't be able to perform at peak level. You won't be able to perform at your full potential as the dreamer and as the masterminder and founder of the new business that you're starting. So you won't be able to give it your best. Now, if you're not able to give it your best, it becomes like a self-fulfilling prophecy, because you're going to be you'll soon be at a place where you're not moving forward with your business, and you'll be looking back at the prison that you just left and hoping and longing for it, and hoping that, wishing that you had stayed in the prison instead of coming out into liberation. And she says that, again, you also need money to position yourself in the marketplace, because there'll be lots of people doing what you're doing. You're going to need money to position yourself. You're going to need money to niche yourself. So, and she says every typical business takes about 2 to 4 years to really stand strong. Of course, there are exceptions to the case, and social media being what it is, it's helped us and given us an unfair advantage so that you can really grow your business if you're strategic enough. But then you've got to also acquire the social media knowledge that you need to have in order to make use of that advantage. And then she talks about strategic steps. You have to think strategically, and all of your steps have to be strategic. She says, for instance, you can decide to launch your book first and then leverage off of your book, which is similar to what I'm doing. So basically, you're leveraging, building a business around the book, or around some topic or some idea or perception or concept that you've discussed in the book. She did it the other way around. She started her business and then she wrote a book, and she's working both. And she says, for instance, if you want to start a baking business, don't go look for a shop in a mall. Don't start that way. Start small, keep operational costs down, then begin to grow it strategically. So start from your home, use your oven, start baking, bake and sell to friends and family, and build strategically. Partner with other people in your industry, and make sure that the steps you're taking is what the industry is asking for, is what they are ready for, because someone has got to buy from you. You've got to be intelligent and business wise and know that this is what the industry needs, because everything you do should be about satisfying a need or fulfilling a demand. So know that know especially what you have to offer the marketplace, and this not in a general sense. Know what you as a person has to offer the marketplace. This talks about your expertise and niching. What sets you apart from the other person who is doing the same, A, B, and C that you're doing? What sets you apart? Number 5, look for your target market, formulate your strategic business plan, and then begin to roll it out, like layers of an onion, line upon line, precept upon precept. Number 6, you set up and you roll. You roll out your business, you roll out your game plan. Number 7, you begin to leverage your strategic alliances. She says, treat people with respect when you're in your day job, because you never know whether it's your janitor or your CEO or your colleagues. You need to be treating them with respect, because you never know who you're going to meet further down the line when you set up your own business. And you don't want to have cut bridges. You don't want to have broken bridges. You want people who can recommend you. And she says in her case that all the people that she served or who knew her as an international business manager in her day job were the people who now gave her recommendations and a leg up, so to speak. And she was able to leverage that, and today she's doing what she's doing strategically. All right, Richard, I'll open that up now. So guys, she gave us a free gift, which I'm not going to share here. For you to know what that free gift is, you have to be registered, and that's on leapandshineconference.com. There's still a lot more to come, guys. Coach Kemi comes on at 9:30 in just a few minutes. I'm going to log on now and welcome her. You do not want to miss. Log on now and then join us on Zoom. If you look on my Facebook page, you'll see the login details for Zoom. And Richard, could you please share them again? If you're not a member of the Leap and Shine community, guys, what are you waiting for? That's where all the fun happens. That's where we support ourselves. And most of my speakers, international speakers, who have just been giving away content in the past few days, are also members, and they'll be sharing their expertise in there as well. So I would say log in, join the Lip and Shine community on Facebook. You'll see the details for how to log in there. Register first, because if you don't register, you're not going to probably not be going to be able to get on. So that's that for you there. And remember to get the conference full audio conference pack, because in there you'll be able to at your own time sit and listen to everything that we have shared over the course of the 7 days, and you pull out your learning points and you will start to implement them. If you do not implement them, then it's as good as you having not been there or not listened, because it is not what you know, but it's what you do with what you know that really counts at the end of the day. I'm out of here because I need to log in and welcome Coach Kemi. She's another powerhouse. She's going to be talking to us about stinking thinking versus epic living, and I'm looking forward to that. She's a firebrand, very passionate and very, very on fire, if you know what I mean. So guys, you need to go and register, do so, and join us right away. We're over on Zoom. That's our primary platform right now for today. So join us, and if you need to send this to someone to invite them to join us on this free 7-day conference, you should do so. It's a fantastic, fantastic Christmas gift to give someone, and Christmas is around the corner. So thank you for being in my space. Thank you for listening. Hi, Biola dear. How are you? Valerie, thanks for dropping by. See you later, and join me now in the conference room as Coach Kemi comes to wow us. Thank you, guys.